And I even clicked on the window.
Good job. I'm so proud of you.
You can shut up.
Alright, this is me shutting up.
Alright, hey guys, this is Sarah's night.
Atlantis. It's been a while, man.
Yeah,
How
okay.
long has it...
But I actually remember what we're doing. We're supposed to be going back to Nasir. What the? Controller's going off on its own again, but that's because that's Skies of Arcadia. I know there was an automatic button for the map. Yes. That would be why.
I don't know, you tell me.
So let's make sure I'm actually heading in the direction.
I mean...
Yeah, see the magnet, like, everything just kind of starts drifting on its own, but that was... When I played Skies of Arcadia on the actual GameCube, it would do that.
But the funny thing is, in this emulator, there is a dead zone setting, which I did turn on, right? So that shouldn't even be happening. Unless it's just in the game.
Must be.
Which is great. Like, I can't believe that so few
Oh,
games
I left off everybody's element on purple because that was like the only way to beat that last guy. Or something.
Well, I don't even remember what you were training on who, so...
Me neither. Just have Giller do yellow, okay.
Scrunches.
I mean, I think that's pretty much an element for everybody then, because Vi's been doing red most of the time. Ika's been on green, I think. Fina's been silver. I think I had Dracula on blue or purple, so I'll have Enrique on
yellow,
blue or purple. No, Enrique. I'm not talking about that dude Gilda. Enrique is like the flamboyant one, who's also somehow quite a pimp.
He is the dude with the rapier.
I know he has when he does say something really stupid and one of them. Take this, you care.
Take this, you care.
When he attacks. God, Ika, your boomerang sucks.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Oh, that's that gotcha. Yeah, he sounded real enthusiastic to be doing a critical hit with his
blunderbuss.
His enemies have a lot of HP for being like the horde type. You know, little enemies and they appear in large groups.
Yep. They're tiny, and they have a lot of HP, just like the jockey from Left 4 Dead 2, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah. If they just didn't give the special effects so much HP and had them do so much damage, even on normal mode, it was like if you got caught in the spitter's puddle,
yeah, you might as well just
it was like 10, 10, at about that frequency.
And, you know, towards the end of the map,
and
you're not going to be on full, so...
Yeah. I mean, like I said, that'd be on normal mode. I could understand if it was expert, but, you know...
Yeah, if you were on it, you know, whatever they called it, was it just called expert? Like, you put a pinky toe in there, and you're done.
And yet, when you roll around in it, you're you know, fallen HP. That doesn't go down near as fast.
Nope.
Rolling around in the acid, that's okay.
Rolling around in the spitter's goo.
It must be some kind of special acid that's more harmful in its gaseous form.
Yeah,
then
like it's the fumes, not the actual bile.
Catch some fish.
Fish catch.
Okay, I think yeah, here we go.
I think I might actually enjoy fishing if catching them meant just hitting them with the boat.
Oh, what's way up there?
The sky. Durr.
That might be a discovery that's actually above our current altitude limits that we can travel to. Probably. Like later on in the game, you know, you can travel like higher or lower than...
Yeah. Here goes.
I don't know what's the deal with Ika's boomerang. I don't remember having this problem before where she just does no damage no matter what element
Maybe
she's
they're...
on.
I don't know.
Take that.
That's like a sissy's...
Give me strength.
In case the audience didn't hear that. That's the sound of the shotgun.
That mic will pick up P's and T's, unfortunately.
You know other, like, gunshot effects I just thought sounded so sissified?
Yeah?
Resident Evil Dead Aim and what was the other one? Wild Arms 3. Remember Gallows in Wild Arms 3? The shot just makes like a pop noise. Why would a shotgun?
Oh, did he just gangster style shoot that?
Yeah, he did. But and then like Bruce McGivern's character in Resident Evil Dead, when he got the shotgun, it sounded like a laser. Pew! It's like, why?
Why not?
Alright, how do you yeah.
I don't know what these.
Right.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to get up there.
I saw
Where
some
was
up
it?
there.
Oh wait, is that what? It wasn't. No.
I know I saw some up there.
Uh.
And I already got that discovery
Mr.
down
Ventures,
there.
are you sure?
Yeah. I'm quite sure, actually. Ew, the Dark Rift. Just creeps me out whenever I get near it. And I thought I was heading to Nasrat, and I really wish the magnifying glass would stop drifting. God, it's gonna be an adventure just to get back there. This many random battles. You know, I really like it when they just let you voluntarily take off random encounters while you're trying to explore something on a world map, or at least make it an ability you can learn that's not too difficult to learn.
I mean, in a game that uses random encounters, absolutely, man. Wee.
Is that the actual, like, spelling?
Yeah, that's the it's the onomatopoeia.
Why do we like that word so much, by the way?
Onomatopoeia?
Yeah.
Because it has many syllables.
Oh, Fina's hurt.
She alright.
I like her hurt animation. She's, like, all doubled over.
See, she's fine. Nice counterattack there, Vise.
Ha!
That's a miss. You suck. You know what? If Aka's gonna continue to miss, you might as well just focus with her every turn.
Yeah.
Or sorry, not miss, just do no damage.
She might as well be a miss. Yeah, speaking of Final Fantasy Tactics Advance.
Oh, don't start me on that. Instead of talking about that game, allow me to take this opportunity to talk to you about a different game. Fun. In the same vein. It was an RPG that was heavily inspired by Final Fantasy Tactics called Fail Seal. It's available for Steam, and I had recently played through it, and I liked it a whole bunch.
Oh yeah, I think you told me about that.
Yeah, I definitely told you about it. It's and you were like, yeah, I'd check it out, but I'm playing
Oh, I mean,
you were going through.
I'm still going through Palace of Dead and Tactics Ogre, and the fact is, you can take so many different paths, which is one thing I do have to say Final Fantasy Tactics is not as good about. Not that it needed it really, but you can take so many different paths in like a New Game Plus on Tactics Ogre.
Yeah.
That will lead you to like different battles and different scenes and stuff. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna be.
That is some crazy replay value you do not see in tactical games. Like
Yeah.
That.
So, I'm going to be spending a lot of time with that, probably over the next few years, actually.
Oh, you think?
I mean, not exclusively, of course.
Right,
but
right.
But that's definitely going to still be on the front burner, just going through the game multiple times, trying to do different paths. Because this time, and the first time I ever played it on my, actual PSP, I wanted to go my own way. I didn't look up, like all the choices you can make and where they're going to lead you. So I went like, what would SK do if I were in the protagonist's shoes? Which it really gives you a good feeling of that. So that's another thing that really makes me like the game. So I am considered like chaotic instead of lawful or neutral, by actually making decisions that with my conscience, like, no, I will not take part in this massacre, even if the ends don't justify the means kind of approach.
I mean, that is chaotic good, right?
Yeah. Because, I remember, I think when I first played through that game on PSP, And I'm so glad Maokai talked me into giving it another chance, because remember when I used to talk about when I played on the original SNES version, that was actually ported to PlayStation.
You told me about it.
I hated it.
I avoided that game like the plague after what he told me about it.
But I would say, if you can deal with the limitations I told you about that it still does have, try it on PSP.
See, I think I'm going to someday, but it does seem kind of like bullshit that it like pigeonholes you into the job you're using, because you're punished for experimenting with other jobs.
With a new job, because unless you already have somebody else in the party that is already a certain level of that job, you're starting out at level 1. And that means level 1 in terms of like all your stats. So you are going to be virtually helpless, and you have to like just kind of ride in the background and let other people do your fighting for you for a few random battles. Hey, that might be what I was looking at. The Galaxy Express 3.9 up there. Which, by the way, as crazy and off the rails the story would go in that movie, I did like. That was an animated movie I did like.
That was one of my first anime movies. Yeah. Like, the first one I ever saw was Demon City Shinjuku. And then I saw, I think, Green Legend Ran. And then Galaxy Express 3.9.
I just remember the name Green Legend Land, or Green Legend Land.
Green Legend Land.
But I don't remember like anything about it.
I think after that it was Akira. And that
quote unquote adult anime, whatever.
I mean, it had some really like.
Well, there was a teddy bear that bled milk through its fur, wasn't there?
When was the last time you've seen Akira? Because
way back when Saturday Anime was a thing.
Yeah.
So
Saturday Anime on the Sci-Fi Channel. Sci-Fi Channel used to have anime. Isn't that crazy?
Might still do for all we know. I haven't been paying attention to what's on cable TV.
There's no way. Man, we had stuff like Saturday Anime and Toonami. That's how we got our fix back in the day.
Why you running, bro?
Because he's scared.
Well, anyway, sorry, original point. Back to like, that was back in 2015, so we were still, the mag was still kind of rolling. And I remember making a whole thread about that. Like, I was like, what got me into playing, I was like, where I couldn't, like, put down the PSP, and this is a dead end. That sucks.
I want you to go into the Black Nexus.
Well, I actually can't enter it from here. You actually have to enter in through an even blacker, like, portal in the middle of it, which is quite terrifying. Considering this is just an RPG, it's not like a horror game. But, you can get very close to it and somehow not have your ship torn to shreds by perilous winds.
Malevolent forces.
Yeah. What got me into it was the end of Chapter 1 in that game, where it was like, you think you're just, it's like Final Fantasy Tactics, same kind of story progression. You think you're kind of choosing one side against another in an ongoing war, right?
Yeah.
And then you learn there's deeper, darker forces manipulating everything behind the scenes. So now you're kind of like, you and your group are kind of like the lone, the enigmatic ones. You think you're just fighting for your clan, your oppressed clan, Wallister, against the Galgastani for control of, like, the southern half of the land where this takes place, called Valeria, right?
Right.
And Bakram is in the north. That's, like, the third, major military force in the game. But you're not worried about them right now. You're just like, Wallister has been oppressed by the Galgastani in the southern half, and you're just worried, you just want to, like, regain your independence. Well, at the end of that chapter, the last battle that takes place, you're like, the Wallister crew that accompanies you, like the leader of that, because you're just playing as like basically a child. You're like 18, and your 19-year-old sister, and y'all join forces after like mounting a daring rescue at the very beginning of the game to rescue the Wallister Duke. Here it is.
Good job.
Thank God. And he's like, okay, well, the
random encounter.
The few soldiers I got, I'll send with you, and we can start mounting like a campaign here against the Galgastani. So when you get to like your first major destination in the game, it turns out the Duke actually ordered his, his main guy, his most trusted knight to accompany you. He's like, Leonard.
Alright.
Not Leonard, just Leonard without a D. Which, I mean, that's cool. I'm not really saying the name is horrible or anything. He's like, look, this Will kid, because I named him Will, because I don't like his original name, Denim.
Like pants?
Yeah, like the material in jeans. He's like, Leonard, listen, this Will, he's a real idealistic kid, so he's probably not going to go along with this. But this is about, Wallister freedom, independence. To make an omelet, you gotta break a few eggs. He's probably not gonna go along with this plan. See, he sent you to a destination to, like, this Wallister slave camp, right? And he said there's, like, 5,000 dudes there. And they're being watched over by the Galgastani. He's like, rouse them with your speech to get them to join the fight, they'll want to break free of their
bondage.
Yeah.
Band.
And he's like, but he told Leonard Seegers, like, if they don't go along with it, if these guys don't go along with it, slaughter them. And what we'll do, but see, I'm sending another group from, the other side of this encampment, from another entrance to this encampment town, disguised as Galgastani warriors. So, what we're gonna do is get Wallister all over the region to hear about this incident, thinking that, their Galgastani oppressors just straight up slaughtered them, That'll really rouse them, because these guys are just straight up turning murderous on us, not just oppressing us. And so when Will and his sister Kachua
Look at this dude walk through the fire like he's Sephiroth.
Yeah, this is Ramirez, which... it's a weird name for, like, this world, like, a Spanish name, but I like it.
Yeah.
And, of course, Fina knows it, so there's a whole backstory there we're gonna learn.
Why'd she say hey like she's angry?
Hey! I tried, like, the last time when I did my talks run through of this game a few years ago, I actually tried to last as long in this battle. I was like, I can win.
Oh, you think so?
It turns out Ramirez actually does have like 1,000,000 HP in this battle and higher defense than normal. So it takes a while. But I actually think I saw his... I think I actually shaved off a good 300,000 or so. Like a good third before I finally just succumbed because I didn't have any more supplies or anything.
Yeah.
To keep going. So, but, this time I'm not gonna...
Yeah, good attempt. Yeah, like, good on you.
I'm gonna let this one go and just let him beat me, Yeah, Faye's like, you don't want to tangle with this guy. And she's right. Okay, I'll just surrender.
Hey, that was the right thing to do.
Apparently, I don't know, I guess that's good in Fina's eyes.
Swashbuckling answer.
I wonder, is that necessarily like a good change, or is that just saying that a change in your status is happening, period, whether it's good or bad?
Is there a negative sound?
I don't remember hearing one, so that's why I'm asking. I actually did not ever look that up, for sure. But, okay, anyway. So we get to that encampment town, right? And, most of these, like, slaves... like these 5,000 slaves, they're like elderly, they couldn't really fight anyway, even if they wanted to.
Yep.
And I can't convince them. They're just like, look, we've learned to be content with this life. We just have no love of bloodshed, and what makes you think we could do much anyway, Well, Leonard takes Will outside. He's like, hey, let me talk to you. And he tells him the Duke's plan. And of course, that's when you can make a choice. You can choose to go along with it, for, Wallister freedom, even making such a huge sacrifice with the slaughter and everything of your own kinsmen, or you can, have a conscience
and say
and be like, no, hey, I'll never go along with this. Now, I looked it up. I'm going to make this choice eventually because I just want to see what happens. But of course, in my original playthrough, I wanted to do the right thing.
Right.
What would SK do? It turns out you don't. I don't think you actually do a slaughter anyway. You just, like, it's just you're taking the lawful route by complying with
right,
the greater Wallister good and the Duke's wishes. But you make an enemy of Leonard and everyone else accompanying him by refusing to take part in this, horrible
atrocity.
And so now and that when I saw it, I was like, when Leonard told me the plan, I was like, oh shit. That got me into the story, dude. I was like, I gotta know what happens from here. And that's what I couldn't put the PSP down after that. In terms of story, love it.
Good.
And just a feeling of being in the protagonist's shoes, that is my main selling point on this game, why you should try it out. Again, not the original SNES version, because it's impossible to play. But the PSP version. Battle still has a lot of limitations, but again, at least I can freaking play it in the PSP version, because your characters don't die instantly the moment their HP reaches 0 once. And there's not even a countdown. Instant, once it hits 0, dead forever.
Right. And so you're making a big deal about that. That is the normal way that
it works in like Fire Emblem.
The entire Fire Emblem series works, and that's.
I'm guessing it's not quite as easy to get.
Nope, it is. It absolutely
is.
Like, people will get one shot. People will absolutely die in a single hit.
Okay, well.
Or even better, they can accidentally kill themselves. Let me explain. Whenever people attack, two people attack in Fire Emblem, the attacking person hits first, and then the defending person gets to attack back. They always get a counter. That's just the way the battle system works, right? So let's say you have a unit that's farther up, right? Super powerful dude, right? And let's say that the guys ahead aren't super powerful. One dude walks up, smacks him, right? Smacks him back, kills him, right? But he took some damage.
Right.
Well, now that unit that would be beside him is now dead. Next unit steps into his place, attacks. He attacks back and kills him, right? Well, now that unit's gone, another one can take that place and swing again. If your unit is too strong, he could kill so many people in a row, but take so many hits in a row that he kills himself on enemies. Like, that is so
like, is it they always counter?
Always counter.
Kind of like in La Pucelle.
Yeah.
It wasn't like an ability; it would just be like that's how it naturally goes. It's always an exchange.
It's not technically a counter. It's an exchange of combat.
Right.
Someone hits, they hit back. Right. That's the way it works.
And if I recall, that is what happened in the original Tactics Ogre 2. So if you had, I mean, before I could figure that out, that's what was going on. That counter wasn't like an ability.
No, that's just
Before I could figure that out, and I didn't realize how much of a difference between levels there were. If I had a totally new guy come in, I just hired to replace guys who were dead. Because again, the minute their HP reached 0, gone forever. Level 1 guy goes up against level 3 guy, he counters, kills him in one hit because he's that much stronger. And I was like, how am I supposed to... How do you ever, climb out of that pit?
You know what's even better? In Fire Emblem, you don't get the option to recruit new characters. Every character is unique, and you don't get any more.
Oh, God.
So...
Man, I need to try this out just for, the challenge. It sounds like something I just would have, a drive to do.
So here's the thing. Here's the challenge, though. Nobody that
by the way, I'm sorry, right quick. You guys might remember this Vigoro character. He's only appeared in, one major scene so far, a lot earlier in the game. He's the ladies' man. I would like to say, as Sarah's knight, that I would like to take after him, that he has some charm, tries to flirt with all the pretty girls, except, well, this guy's also a rapist!
Yeah.
He seriously tries to rape Aika in this scene. When you come to find her, she, he was clearly about to assault her. She's, clinging against the window, and, her dress is actually kind of raised up. And Vigoro's getting grabby. And just
that's not okay.
This is,
not okay.
This is basically a kid-friendly RPG, but that's a rape scene. Or an intended one. So, yeah, this dude's not too,
Look at her face! I'm sorry?
The last shot you saw was Vigoro coming into the camera, real, menacingly, and this is the next thing you see. This is clearly a rape scene. This is not cool. That's what she's concerned about?
Well, she's just being insulting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's rapey. That's very rapey.
Like that face and the fact that the camera's like slowly.
I like how he has
him.
bigger tits than Nika.
He does. It really does look like that there. Yeah, you know, once I put my dick in you, then you'll see. It's true love.
Look at that face!
That was a scream. This is not very comfortable. I'm not gonna lie.
No, not okay.
Anyway, we were talking about
Alright, so
Emblem.
you were talking about playing Fire Emblem for the challenge, right? So here's the thing about Fire Emblem, or at least the people that play it. Every single person I have known to play Fire Emblem plays it in a specific way, right? Or at least there might be some outlier situations, but what they do is if they play a map and a character dies, they reset the console every time, right?
Okay.
They will not lose a character, right? In a game, now here's the thing, right?
You can do that.
You can do that, but it's a game that's like, this is permadeath. Like, if you lose a character, you're not supposed to get them back, right? Even if it means restarting the map. Like, they're dead. And if you reload your save, then what's the point of even having a instant death, permadeath mechanic in the game, right?
Yeah.
What's the point of having the mechanic if you're just going to undo it every time?
I guess that's to figure if that's the only way they're going to be able to get through the game. But that is taking out, like, obviously one of the main drawing points of...
And the thing is, I've had this conversation with the people, these guys that play this game, and they'll fight me on this point, tooth and nail. It's like, no, that's how you're supposed to play it. Like, no, it's not how you're... But the thing is, they actually did, in the fact, and this is proof of that. In the later entries into the series, they've introduced a casual mode where they don't die. They're just taken out of the fight and they come back to the next one. So that just solidifies the fact that the normal mode of play, if a character dies, they're intended, like hitting 0 is actual death. Yeah.
Not just, oh god, I need to go to a hospital, I can't fight anymore.
Yeah. Do you have a 3DS?
No,
okay.
just a DS.
I was about to say, because I have a Fire Emblem I can give you, but it's only on 3DS. It's Awakening, which a lot of people say is one of the better ones in the franchise.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh gosh.
This is actually Clara's. Clarabelle?
Clarabelle.
No, Clara. It was just Clara.
Clarabelle?
Yeah, I thought it was Clarabelle at first, but then I remembered, no, there was another person in her crew just named Belle.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just Clara for her. And Belle is like this clearly lolicon-looking girl with the biggest breasts ever. Like, do you not remember this?
Not really.
We'll see her soon enough, so... I'm just like, okay, I guess this is something for, like, the perverted Japanese businessmen in the audience, But at the very least, what I can say, at least that lockpick, that wasn't just like pulled straight out of your ass. Like Gilder's like, oh, I just happen to be a master of unlocking and have it in my pocket. That was actually sent by that, messenger bird that just came into the...
Yeah.
So...
But yeah, if you're interested in playing a Fire Emblem, but you don't want to purchase one, there's several that you can emulate. Several. Like...
Okay.
In fact, I believe there's one on GameCube, so you could use this emulator to play it.
There was a Fire Emblem on GameCube?
I don't remember what it's called, but yes, there was. So here's the thing, I don't know, like...
That bird's name is Willy. Like, that would be like a pirate's name, I
mean, there's
like
Sky Pirates.
The bird itself is called, like, the big pirate name. I guess the bird is part of the crew, so he's a pirate too. Okay. I'll go with that.
Willie, short for William. Probably after William Teach, a.k.a. Blackbeard.
Actually, is that what made you think of, like, the name for our pirate character in Secret of Everyone?
Yep!
That's what you were thinking of when you were...
William Teach, yes.
Okay. Because I was like, hey, that's my name.
No.
But you already named, like, the characters that were us.
Yeah.
After the names we commonly went by at the time. Jay, Brad, Adam, and Jeremiah, and
That is a jail cell.
we are breaking out of Valua again, by the way.
Again?
So it's going to be pretty embarrassing when we succeed in that a second time and we're like the only people in the world to ever do it. Oh, that's what happened. The camera turned around on me. That's why I went right back into... Yeah, we hear Ica screaming.
Okay, real quick, there is actually a bit of a setup change that we're doing differently in the recording. Anybody who's actually watching this doesn't mind throwing this in the comments. We usually wear headsets when we're playing this, but instead we have foregone the headsets. And I don't think the mic's going to pick it up because it's already grabbing the in-game audio. So if you hear like the in-game audio kind of like a second time, it's because it's picking up over the mic. I would like to know if that's actually the case, but the thing is, I have been doing a lot of recording like this setup right here, and that hasn't been a problem for our D&D group, so I think it's going to be okay here. But I would just like a verification if that's cool.
Yeah, so please comment below.
That was easy.
A lot of words.
You know, for like the 10 people who watched this particular LP. Speaking of that, dude, have you noticed I actually do have a video that went viral?
Oh, do you?
Now, like, in the last 2 weeks,
Uh-huh.
I have gotten 3 times as many views on that alone as I have for my whole entire channel in the 7 years, like 7 or 8 years I've started
What
uploading videos.
video?
It was a Married with Children clip.
Oh, that's maybe because it's memeable. That like.
But no, it was like I've actually had that uploaded for like a year, but it wasn't until just like the last 2 weeks that it started to catch on. Now it's got like over 300,000 views.
What the hell?
And I'm sorry, but for me, that's viral. Oh, we can make a choice here. I guess Ica will be in the prisoner block, so let's not leave her behind, because right now she's getting assaulted. And that's really not cool.
No.
Yeah, see, not touching the controller, and Vice just starts drifting. I don't know what's the deal with this game and that.
I'm
Just,
telling
you know,
I have the dead zone set.
And I believe you.
Maybe I need to turn it up even higher.
I totally believe you, dude. Fortunately, these soldiers kind of suck, so even with just the 2 of us, should be okay. I bet even when they do actually cause it, well, that's a little bit of damage. That's not bad.
Give this. Open ether legs.
And for some reason, they used to get on my nerves.
Yep.
I think it was like when I was trying to get you into Xenosaga, so I started hanging out like when you were playing through like episode 1 and 2 for the first time. Maybe 3. I might have been hanging out in there as well.
Good time.
And it like, I was like, I don't know. For some reason, I liked it when Shion would say, even though I just didn't really make sense of it, like, open ether circuit. Whenever she did one of her magic attacks, and you just started going. Because we were also kind of talking on and off about how like cute or hot Shion was. And you're like, open ether legs. I'm like, shut up. And then you just kept on doing it. I'm like, dude, shut up. I don't know, for some reason it's actually getting on my nerves. I don't
which in turn made me want to do
it more. Well, you always reach a point. There's always a point you're eventually going to reach by accident where you protested it so much, you know it gets on my nerves, even when I try to pretend afterwards that it doesn't.
It's
like with the remember in the theater watching Star Wars Episode 3? Adam's on the other side of you, like, you know, laughing. I don't know how nobody else, like, you know, immediately in front and back of us are like, dude, stop that. You're like, hey, Brad. What? I'm like, yeah, that's funny. Hey, Brad. Okay, dude, that's funny, but I'm trying to watch the movie,
these aren't
alright?
raspberries, by the way. Like, don't get the idea that this
Third time, you're like, hey, Brad. What? Dude, I am trying to watch the movie. Stop. It's not funny anymore. Oh, wait, I just came out of the elevator. The camera keeps turning around whenever I enter a new room.
Just watch the mini-map. Just keep an eye on the mini-map.
Well, I can't, you know I can't do that and, like, have a decent LP conversation at the same time. You know I'm terrible at that. At paying attention to details.
Hey, Brad, and then he didn't even
like, this time, so I tried to pretend. I'm just like, no, I'm not going to say anything. I like, pursed my lips and, like, narrowed my eyes and just stood and just like stared forward, refusing to give any acknowledgement. Yeah. Dude, he's got like his hand on her hips. Like he is about to lift up her dress and try to fuck her. Against her will. Like, I've chilled out over the years. I'm not such a prude anymore. Where I'm like, you know, I'm not like anybody that, you know, ever fucks is immediately a whore. I'm like, I'm okay with fucking. But not rape.
Well,
it's not cool.
What the people that are into this kind of stuff call it is non-con.
They actually camp with like some trying to make it sound cutesy.
Yep, and it's
like
a term is called non-con, which is short for non-consensual sex,
equaling assault.
Bitch, that's rape.
Well, when I say assault, I mean the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm Vigoro.
Your pompadour is dumb.
Is that the name of the hairstyle?
Yes.
I actually didn't know it had a name.
Big, poofy, jutty, outy hair is normally called a pompadour.
Okay, look, dude. It's okay to be popular with women as long as you're treating them nicely, like I try to. This is not being popular with women. It's rape.
Do not kink shame my preference of non-con.
I don't know how to say this any other way. It's really not. Give us back the. Oh yeah, where is Fina? Oh, the Sylvite. Yeah, she wasn't my type. She wasn't into non-con.
Ugh. Yeah, I was introduced to that terminology.
Thank you for telling us, because now we have all we gotta do is kick your ass and then leave, and we know where to rescue Fina.
Yep.
Which Aika just kind of points out the plot hole for me. Well, not a plot hole, just the character being stupid.
Yep. Fuck you.
I don't know why, but I really hate that face right there. Even if he wasn't a rapist, I just.
It's like Mark Skrelly. He just has a punchable face.
Yeah, that dude really does. By the way, it's not even because of what he did. I mean, it adds to the flavors it. But you try to like take that aspect out, and it's still like
his face is just like
I don't like it. I want to punch that face. I do like the this is like our first battle, I think, with like mono type, not, you know, ship battles with a like top Empire general. So I like this battle music they have for those right here. I don't remember this one being hard at all though. So the kind of like climactic, you know, real tense sounding music just. It doesn't fit well in that aspect, but I still like the sound of it.
If Aika does no damage, she is on perpetual focus. Never mind, she's charmed, so...
The icon didn't... Well,
yep,
no,
there it
goes.
Wow, that... Why did it take so long?
It really drew that one out.
What the hell?
And how does this work? You try to think about this, like, realistically. How did that work on Aika?
Oh, now she
clearly hates him because, he just now tried to rape her.
Okay, all right.
Wouldn't that be sticking in her mind?
Yes, it
like,
would. All right,
5 minutes later, now she's charmed.
I'm going to tell you this, and this is going to be a bit of a stretch, but it might make sense. In Dungeons and Dragons, there is charm effects.
Oh, good. I'm going to try.
And there are fear effects, right? But
wait, there's what?
There's charm effects and fear effects in Dungeons and Dragons, right? So let's take fear for example.
Tell me all about this.
Take fear for example, right? You could have fear cast on you, and it's as long as the object of your fear is within your visuals. You cannot get closer to the. You're basically scared of that person, but you know, you the player knows that this is not. You're not actually afraid of this thing. It is a magical effect forcing you to feel this way. You still have an idea that
Oh,
this...
I'm sorry, right quick. That does kind of suck that they didn't automatically restore her HP and MP for this since the last time
What?
we...
Really?
Yeah. That's kind of crap.
Yeah, that is kind of crap.
She doesn't have any magic, so you know what? I'm just gonna keep focusing so Vice can just keep doing, you know, our go-to attack, and I'll have Homeboy heal her
In
instead.
Arcadia, we made it so that you got a full HP and MP restore after every major boss fight.
Humble brag?
Yep. A great
And
game
see, like-
that nobody will play.
Hey, you know what? I don't even care. We did good.
We did do good.
That's
In
the
fact,
best he
not only
has
did we
right
do
now.
good,
So.
we did better than anybody else. I'm not afraid to say it.
Guess I'll have Gilbert help heal you too. Well, I hope he doesn't have... I don't remember if he has some big attack. I just remember this being pretty easy.
So yeah,
And maybe it was precisely because Vigoro doesn't have like any big special attack for this particular battle, so Vice is probably okay. I just need like 2 more Cutlass Furies in his history. That's how little HP he has. It's only like 5,000. At this point in the game, that's virtually negligible.
yeah, he's almost done anyways.
I know there's an optional battle with him, and I wasn't even able to do it on my Tox run because I think I screwed something up without realizing it. But there is like an optional fight you can have with him where he has like 50,000 HP, and of course he's way stronger than any previous boss. It is like, you meet him in some random town or something, he's like, yeah, I quit the Empire, and, well, because, you know, they no longer exist now, but, I wanted to be an air pirate, just like you. So check out, you know, how strong I've gotten since then. Wow. That attack totally wasn't worth it. But anyway, that's it.
Yeah.
Done. Anyway, what were you saying about fear effect?
Oh no, that was it. That like you can be under the effect of this magic spell in Dungeons and Dragons, and know that despite that you're feeling a certain way, you still would understand that it was a magical effect on you. Or if
So it's like Aika realizes that like deep down inside she knows she hates this dude, but she can't like control herself.
Right. The way I like to like have stuff like charm or other similar spells like that explained is that it's like yeah he did these things, but you know he's not a bad person. In fact, he's your friend. Why would you get mad at him? You know, it's like bullshit magical reasoning that's not you, right? But once you snap out of it, you're like...
Such as being a rapist?
His
I'm just
shortcomings. Is that a dick joke?
Dude, you know Vigoro's got a small dick. Come
Yeah.
on. What's with that face right there? I'm glad she's able to make light enough of this after, you know, the scene. I'm gonna stop bringing this up now.
Oh, that is such a nasty threat.
Was he wearing something like...
No, it was just the tails of his shirt. Though it did
First
kind of
person.
look like a penis.
Some kind of weird cod piece or something. Okay, we got plenty of magic droplets, so I think she has Sacrum. We can... A major flaw in this game I can't overlook. Having it all cost 1 MP even outside of battle, so... All you gotta do is just take your greatest healing spell, and it's of no more cost than...
And you're weakest.
Like, in battle, it still makes sense because you also need a certain amount of spirit points. So
Yeah, there is an associated cost to go along with the MP.
So yeah, dude, it's crazy. And I already have like 400 comments. And of course, half of them come from people griping against social justice warriors.
That's almost as almost as annoying as the social justice warriors themselves.
It's just as annoying if you ask me. At least like the base intent, but you know, when it doesn't get out of control of social justice, I admire. But because like, you know, Married with Children, you know, Al Bundy makes like sexist jokes and that kind of thing all the time. So I just find it funny. I don't actually think that way in real life. So what?
Mike is sorry guys, you might hear a little racket. Hold on. My bad, guys. I apologize.
My bad. Hold on.
Hold on.
Oh crap! Just keep fumbling with it.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Sorry. My mic had.
I thought you were about to say like the mic's been off the whole
No,
time. I was
no,
like,
no,
oh
the
hell
mic has
no!
not
Then
been
I
off.
quit this LP.
Really? We just have to. There's a lost episode now. No, I have a mic that negates vibrations, and the little bands that were holding it up somehow come loose. So I just fixed it.
I like how Gilder had to do like this dent to walk over to him, like to shoot him directly in the face. Dude, your gun is specifically for long distance attacks. That's what a gun does. I like the way Spoonie you know, made fun of that aspect when he did his Final Fantasy 13 review.
Yep.
Yeah. Battery 28. Just why the number 28?
Hey, it's Enrique.
But yeah, you know, half the comments are like, instead of just, you know, laughing at the video because it's from a funny show, at least I personally was a fan, it's like, man, yeah, those friggin' liberals, the social justice warriors, you could never get away with like talking like this anymore. They're taking over the world, you guys. And then I think there was a spam comment, of course I had it removed and reported, about somebody saying Obama is Antichrist.
What? What does that have to do with anything?
The fact that he was a Democrat, I don't know. Just somebody cruising videos, trolling, you know, with their, you know, political commentary.
You know, if Obama really was the Antichrist, he did a really shit job of doing what the Antichrist should do.
Yeah. That's why I'm actually... That video is, of course, you know, like, the extremist conservatives, probably religious conservatives, there was like a video where Obama is getting hassled during a speech he's giving at a charity or something. Somebody just all of a sudden, like, you hear from the audience when it's focused on Obama's face, you know, while he's talking.
Yeah.
Like, "Hail Jesus Christ is the Son of God!" Yeah, we believe that, but he was using it to hassle Obama like he was the Antichrist. So that was like his, you know, I guess like the power of the Holy Spirit, you know, through his words. And so people were taking, because Obama got visibly annoyed at that,
yeah,
they were taking this at, see? He must be a demon. Did you see how his face darkened during that time? Like, because he was being completely unnecessarily hassled. What was he doing that was so evil at this time that somebody needed to call the power of Christ against him? He was speaking at, like, a charity event.
What a devil!
I know, right?
That's
the problem I have with it. I believe Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Everybody heard me say it. This is my LP.
Yep.
You know, that's Sarah's night. But the fact was, this dude was just being an asshole. It had nothing... What did Obama do that deserved that, like, you know, you're evil and I need to call, you know, the powers of heaven against you? And that's what everybody in comments was saying, like, see? This proves that, you know, obviously just Republicans who take their religious conservative views way too far. This proves that he's the Antichrist. Did you see how his face, you know, like, how he glowered? Like, you know, ooh, the name of Christ, you know, like...
It wasn't the name of it. It wasn't.
It was the fact that somebody was being an asshole. He wasn't doing anything wrong.
Oh well.
What if I said that against Donald Trump at a Ku Klux Klan rally? You know, the same guys who were commenting, who were like, you know, like giving Obama crap in this video, those are the same kind of guys that would get onto me if I called the power of the Holy Spirit against Trump at a KKK event. Not even, I mean, he could be wearing the white hood and everything, and people would still be coming to defend him.
Oh yeah.
My personal view is, I don't think he's like actively racist. I think he's like ignorantly racist. Like doesn't even realize what he's doing, you know. But I don't think he's like actually like a KKK member.
I think what it all boils down to is Trump is a dumbass.
Yeah.
That's plain and simple. He's a child.
Just like he obviously thinks like grabbing women by the you know what is just like he doesn't think anything of it.
And here's the thing, like,
which in its own way, that's
very rapey as well, Donald Trump. It's the funniest thing is, like, people will defend him to the ends of the earth when it's blatantly
and
obvious.
I'm sorry, I right quick, I wasn't paying any attention to this conversation, so now I have nowhere.
Just run down the barrel of this giant cannon.
Okay, and you know what? Any, like, Empire soldier guarding the place, you know, if they're on our trail, all they have to do is, like, come behind us and shoot the cannon. I mean, I know we're, like, level 20, 30 right now, but I don't think we can survive, like, a giant cannonball blast while we're inside the barrel.
Probably not.
That would probably actually do the job. Anyway, you were saying.
I was just saying that I don't understand why people come in defense of Trump so much when it's so obvious that the only thing he cares about is his own reputation. Like, that is paramount beyond anything else. Like, and
yeah.
that's not a good thing.
You know, that was quite damaging up front for just an attack called poison gas. Was it like 100% hydrochloric acid?
Yeah, that's hell of a screen splat or screen.
I mean, that's how they killed the tall man in one of the Phantasm movies. So. Oh, well, that's really if it gets magic, I'm sure. Let's just use a sacrament battle.
Scrunches. When it crunches. That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
I don't remember where you were at. Was that on Imgur?
It was on Imgur, yes.
Imgur, sorry. So yeah, look that up, guys. It was an old Nestle Crunch commercial, and the kid is just, let's just say he's very animate about his love of,
which he defines his love because
they're like an O face.
Yeah,
he's actually kind of scary.
He defines his love of Nestle Crunch because it is scrumptious. That is why he likes it. He
makes it a critical hit by slowly lowering his gun to face level. Does that somehow like fire the bullet with more ferocity?
He's steadying his aim to make.
Okay. So that it hits
a vital
more
spot.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
I can actually roll with that. I just don't know. I had to be like, rah!
Well, it's because you have to hold your breath to steadily aim.
By the way, I sure hadn't seen a save point in a while. Kind of figured there'd be one available right after Vigoro, but it's been pretty much one way through this dungeon the whole time. Oh, we got some necromancing soldiers.
They have wedges of cheese on the end of stabs.
Is that the plural form with a V sound?
Cheese?
No, it's for staff.
I think it's staves.
I was actually thinking staffs.
I think it's staves. Alright, that or it is staffs. I don't know. I'm
Oh, by the way, speaking of Trump,
did you see his outfit that he recently got put up in to go meet the Queen of England?
What, you mean we haven't alienated Britain too already?
I don't know how.
But I mean, we're doing it to Canada, Mexico,
yep.
China. Okay.
I gotta find this a good version of this. Where his tailor is, he needs to get fired.
Got me wondering what this is about.
Is
it just loud? Is that...
No, it's a tux that just looks off. Yeah, he went to see the Queen of England. He was wearing that. Doesn't it just...
I can't really make fun of that.
The jacket looks... The jacket is so small.
That was easy. I mean, a lot of...
Yeah, maybe this one's a little bit more flattering.
Seriously? Okay, I guess I gotta go up this elevator. I'm glad I noticed it on my way back. We need a different key for that door now. I can't say that's anywhere near as embarrassing as like when he spoke to a group of Boy Scouts about his about a tryst he had on his yacht once, something like that. Ah, hey, Claudia has come to our rescue. Oh God! I just now realized what a perfect time this would be for the line from Die Hard. I'm on your side, asshole!
I love how happy he seems.
Oh, that was sarcastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Really, we're doing the siren sound? Is this necessary?
Always.
You know, I really hope Gilder doesn't choose this moment to be a dick and be like, who cares about her?
You mean like this?
No, that wasn't as dickish as what I thought. He was just confident that she can hold her own. Oh, now they're firing a shot out of that cannon that we were walking through like 5 minutes ago.
It was very suggestive. Oh God.
I did not think about that.
I mean, it's funny, this is the same dungeon with the rape implications for Vigoro.
Or perhaps not such a coincidence.
Did it explode or did it get shot?
Okay, I guess maybe Clara got a perfect shot off right then and there. Did I always have those earrings?
Yep.
It's like I just now noticed them for the first time
It was
ever.
probably drawn away by her Moai statue necklace.
Okay.
Because, you know, that's a common accessory people wear.
Okay, I gotta say, I really do not enjoy Gilder's sneer face right now.
Why does he have... Oh, never mind.
It's a little bit punchable.
Not Vigoro punchable,
but a little bit. Anyway, what I was about to say, in a thread, you know, again criticizing something else stupid that Donald Trump did or said, somebody goes the other day. Somebody called him. He must have been punching out on his cell phone because, you know, autocorrect.
Yep.
He accidentally says Resident Trump instead of President Trump when addressing him, and I just immediately so I brought it up. I immediately thought of the cover of Resident Evil 2, the PlayStation original. I immediately thought of that cover with the title Resident Trump, where it's just like, instead of, you know, the zombie that's peeking out from behind the corner there, it's
Trump's head.
It's zombie Trump, like with the hair and everything. It's just and I'm thinking, Resident Trump. I immediately thought of that.
Oh, that's funny. I like that.
Well, they did.
Instead of like chanting brains, he chants wall.
Like if he were Nemesis
instead
of stars.
Oh wait, you gotta tell me, because you have more interaction with these Trump supporters than I do. What are they saying about the whole thing with the wall? Like there is video of him rallying the crowd. Be like, what are we gonna build? And the crowd would be like, a wall. Who's gonna pay for it? Mexico. Like that. There is video of him.
Oh, dude, I couldn't even repeat this back to you. It's so insane how they are trying to cover up for the fact that Mexico is clearly not paying for this wall. So,
Yeah,
because everybody's calling out, you know, anti-Trump. All the anti-Trump guys are rightfully calling it out, like, you know, there's a campaign promise that was long. Well, I don't know if it was actually like, you know, campaign promise, but
oh, it was definitely a promise.
He sure was confident about it. I know campaign promise was the wall itself, but the fact that Mexico, I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't repeat how they are trying to, like, you know, sweep this aside. Like, well, he did. But basically, it amounts to, well, he didn't literally mean that Mexico is like the president of Mexico is like gonna write out a check. We'll pay through the money we're saving. I think this was one of them. Like, the money we'll be saving by, you know, keeping more illegals out with the wall, since they won't be sucking, you know, our, you know, they won't be like sucking out our you know, our government's money.
That's us paying for the wall.
See, all the money we'll be saving by having, like, illegals in this country.
So the thing that's going to pay for the wall is the wall, but it doesn't exist yet. But it's going to pay for itself.
Anyway, it's like the most ridiculous battle where they're trying to call you on semantics, but it's like, no, you're just... This is why people think that Trump and all his supporters, why they have the stigma of just being retarded. These arguments you're making.
It's not a stigma.
These arguments you're making is not helping.
But here's the thing,
you're trying to, like, say, oh no, Trump really didn't say this or do this.
But here's the thing, right? It was going to be, oh no, Mexico's definitely going to pay for it. Oh no, but we're going to pay for it, but it'll get paid back. And then, you know, the budget plan never fit in a part for the wall, because that was never going to be part of it. We were never going to pay for it to begin with, and then it's Democrats' fault that they don't get their wall.
Yeah, that's what I really don't like defending Democrats any more than I do Republicans, because they're crazy in their own way.
Correct, absolutely.
But him trying to blame the government shutdown.
He shut it down!
And if I recall, it was because he refused a deal that Pelosi drew forth, where he was going to get $25 billion towards that wall. And he still turned it down because it wasn't like the full 30.
Yeah, he turned it down, and then after he turned it down, he shut down the government and said it's the Democrats' fault.
I mean, dude, you have most of what you wanted right there. And no, I think the trade-off was they were going to keep that that Dreamers program about
I know the
I don't remember like exactly how it goes. Like children for the most part, they'll have a chance to stay in this country. Like
the Dreamer program was for illegals to remain.
Some kind of holding period, but I don't know. What was it called? The DACA program. I don't.
Yep.
I know. I've looked it up before, but I don't.
It's been a while.
The aspects. I mean, well,
either way, regardless.
I hate to sound like I don't know what I'm talking about here, but then again, it's politics, so you sound dumb either way, even when you know what you're talking about.
You know what? Fair enough.
Whether you know like the total ins and outs of the government, all about politics, can actually separate fact from fiction, which a lot of us can't do anymore. Or you have no idea what you're talking about. Either way,
you don't use facts. You don't use facts to formulate your beliefs. You use your feelings. That's the way this country works now. So, however you feel. But you know what? Hey, if you're a Trump supporter, if this content is making you angry, just rest assured.
Look, blind man, if you're a Trump supporter because you're my best fan, look, dude, love you. Just if we can be cool about that.
I'm just saying. Like,
or mono, or pineapple skewer.
Well,
I hope I covered my bases there.
Well, regardless, it doesn't matter what we think, because everybody's entitled to their own opinions, and it doesn't matter because Trump is also probably going to get another term, because it's been, I think, out of all the presidents we've had that could run for a second term, only like 4 of them didn't win their second term. So,
like in our total history?
Well, the thing is, yeah, like it's only been like 4 or 5.
I mean, I know I've like
there's
seen,
other.
I know I've seen like the data on that before, like how many of our presidents actually did.
Well, all right, so
but that seems to be at least definitely the trend lately.
Well, here's the thing. That is correct data. I think it's been 5, and either presidents like did not run for a second campaign, or they were assassinated, or there's a bunch of reasons why they didn't run. But from those that did run for a second term, only like 4 or 5 of them did not win their re-election. And you know what? That's basically, I don't think there's any way Trump's not going to win his second term, despite the fact that we seem so divided on him.
No matter how many of us don't like him.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to point out, I don't know why, but Ramirez really has his game face on right here.
He looks mad. He looks mad. He's so angry.
Is that a reference to something that I don't?
Me.
Okay.
That's me babying his emotions.
But yeah, I immediately got the image in my head, President Trump. When that dude, I mean, I know that dude, it was just autocorrect error or something, but... So you need to Photoshop a Resident Evil 2 game cover of that.
I will do that, and I will upload it to the internet. I'll give you a link, and you can add it to this video's description.
Okay.
If you remember. I don't know if I'm going to be able to recreate the Resident Evil font, though, for Trump instead of evil, but I'll give it a shot.
Okay, we just had like 2 save points back to back for some reason.
Yeah, you couldn't have one after
Vigoro. I mean, it wasn't a hard fight, but nevertheless, I mean, just kind of a natural thing to have a save point before and after a boss fight, or at least one of the 2. Pyra, maybe that'll get them all in one. Excuse me. Maybe that'll get them all in one hit.
I'm gonna go on
good. She's on her last. Nice ass shot.
Vigoro's not complaining.
She should be working on her 6-1, so we'll be able to get off the green soon. with Ica. She's been on that the whole
Well,
game
I
so
mean,
far.
you could still stay on the green so that everybody is still vicariously learning green spells.
Well, the last one is like a, you know, heal full HP spell, so I kind of want to get that going. Whee! Oh.
Look at that. It did not kill anyone. And barely did damage to the magic
I
guys.
guess I can see why with the magic guys. See if Lambda Burst does anything.
Probably not a lot to the magic guys.
Lambda burst!
Huh, crazy.
You know you don't have to be a dick about this.
Dude, the pause. The freaking pineapple wedge.
By the way, this is random, not that anything we've been talking about, you know, made me think of it, but it just came to mind. I maybe only saw, like, each of the Ninja Turtles movies once as a kid.
Oh, dude, I've seen.
You know, 1, 2, and 3. But, because of, like, you know, the spoof on YouTube, the Nigga Turtles, I finally did, like, because I barely remember anything.
Yep.
Since, again, I only saw each of them once as, like, a small child.
Yep.
I actually did go back and watch the entire first movie, and instead of the original dialogue, all I'm hearing is, like, you know, the dialogue from the
Go!
Nigga Turtles every time, like, a scene comes up that was featured. But you know what? It's a pretty good movie for being... I liked it.
I watched all 3 of them repeatedly as a child. My grandmother bought the VHS copies, and I want to say I actually still have... Hold on a second, let me look.
You still have them, don't you?
I'm gonna pop over here, see if I still... Gotta be something. Yep. Close this again. Here they are. One, two,
they're right
and
here. Did 3 really suck?
Yes. It was not very good, but I still watched a lot.
Was that like where they traveled in time to like
Yep, you can tell because they're wearing samurai equipment.
yeah, I'm trying to think of like what era was that.
Feudal Japan.
Okay.
I was a very, very big fan of Ninja Turtles in my youth. Very big.
Oh wow. That Cutlass Fury could have gone so wasted on that one guy. Or no, I had a Rain of Swords going because I still thought multiple characters. She did 15 HP of damage and killed him.
Is it over?
Of course, as you would.
By the way, I just noticed the scar on Vice's face there. There actually is a backstory to that, ladies and gentlemen. Which,
Until Jen.
I could swear we would have encountered that rogue anti-pirate chick at least once so far in the game, so we might have missed our opportunity to do all the fights with her, which are really hard. But in case we don't come across her, I don't even remember what her name was. It started with a P. It was like her backstory was she was searching. She hates all air pirates. Like she doesn't distinguish between blue rogue and black pirate. But because of like what she thinks Vice and Ica were part of an attack on she and her family's town or ship or something. Vice and Ica and their Blue Rogue crew were actually there to help, but she got them confused with the black pirates who actually were attacking.
Yeah, because those colors are hard to differentiate.
Well, you know, people are stupid.
Who's gonna pay for the wall?
So
Mexico!
all those years of, you know, being so focused on revenge, all over like a misunderstanding that I figured could easily have been avoided.
Sounds about right. Da, da.
like a gun that's ran out of bullets, like
Yeah.
that clicking sound. I should have just saved up one turn for Rain of Swords, and I probably would have gotten them all. I like the way their heads bobble.
Whenever they're being hit.
Yeah. Well, more experience for me, I guess.
Cheese Ray. Everything. Yeah, I just noticed how many things are yellow.
What?
Like, I don't know, a lot of the effects are yellow.
Oh.
I don't
Maybe
know.
it's because we're in Valua, and
Maybe.
it's like the land under the yellow moon, so maybe they actually actively went for like a color montage.
A little, you mean motif?
Motif? Montage? Montage! That is the word I was looking for, thank you.
Just keep saving up for that sword rain. Oh, what?
Oh, they...
Did they Power Rangers meld into a freaking boss?
I think they did. I wonder how much HP it has.
I've never seen this.
I don't recall ever seeing it.
That's really cool.
Well, I know it kind of sounds dumb, but, you know, it probably is possible. So I'm gonna try it. Poison a robot.
Enemy strength.
You're about to be real disappointed.
I don't know
Oh,
how...
it's got HP too.
Well, remember, you know, when it's near to full, the bar barely budges, and it kind of
Yeah.
artificially looks like it has that much more HP than it really
Yeah,
does.
yeah, you're right.
Moons, give me strength.
I don't know how I remember this, but speaking of that, poisoning robots was something like when we were, you know, those times in school where you we were actually reading through the textbook,
Uh-oh.
and you know somebody would volunteer or get called on to
Yeah.
read a passage or so.
Yeah.
And I remember in Miss Cloud's science class, one of them, it was like somebody ended a paragraph as they were reading through a textbook, because as you know, you cannot actually poison a robot or a machine. Yeah, I think it was a machine, and I just went, no kidding. And you started
Yeah.
and Miss Cloud actually smiled like, eh. I didn't get in trouble or anything for interrupting or some bull crap.
You can't actually poison a robot. No kidding!
Wow, that wasn't worth it.
Focus duty, man.
That's probably around 2,500 HP. He's got, or 3,000. So I guess for a
18 damage.
for a
Don't
random
hurt
battle,
yourself.
yeah.
Is green, weak to yellow?
I heard, I tried on a few elements in, the very first random battle we did in this episode, and it wasn't doing anything. So I just went back to green just to
Yep.
get her going on, learning the last healing spell.
Yeah, screw it.
I'm gonna have Gilder just do his super attack just for variety, and he can't because I forgot, you actually have to learn his first one. He doesn't come equipped with it, which is stupid.
I agree. That is stupid.
I mean, not that bad, but dumb.
Keep doing your thing, Aka. You got it.
You do you, girl. Alright.
You're helping.
Maybe that...
We won.
Let's see if you
Maybe
get
that's
a
what
lot of
those enemies
experience.
deliberately call allies for us to get enough of them to where they can do the
Strength.
Megazord.
That
I haven't
was
been paying
not-
attention to experience.
So you got
so
what, 750 for that?
I don't know how much.
I
or
think
how
you
little
got
that's supposed to be.
70. So we're about to hit another random encounter, and we'll see if 750 was worth how long that took. Because you got to remember, you killed a bunch of robots even before they transformed. So that should have been like a
No,
bounty.
I only killed one.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right, because you didn't use sort of Rain of Swords.
I don't know how I got turned around, but then again, I'm not paying attention. I cannot hold a conversation and play very well. So I never could. I ain't gonna lie.
That's why you should subscribe to SK's other channel, the Channel of Cool Stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Is that up? Is that live?
Yeah, it's up.
Cool.
I have like a couple of Resident Evil playthroughs already uploaded there, so
Where it's just a collection of long plays, where he can worry about doing well at the game and not worry about commentary.
You know, I'm probably gonna do. I might actually try to do whenever I finally get back to Resident Evil Remake and do the ultimate
challenge,
which is Chris.
Yep.
On Invisible Enemy.
So
hard
that's
mode,
less item spaces.
Yep.
That's hard mode, invisible enemies, and
also I decided I'm gonna not use counter items, self-defense items.
No self-defense items. Wow.
You know, I always thought.
So in
I always thought
mode,
that Jill, before all those years, before I went on my Resident Evil hiatus for like 7 years. All that time before that ended, a few years ago, and we started LPing Resident Evil, I thought I had done the ultimate, the best I could ever do. Like, invisible enemy, hard mode, no saves.
Jill.
But it wasn't until after the heist and we started LPing Resident Evil, playing it all the time again. I was like, wait, I did it with Jill, not Chris.
And you used defense items.
So there is a way I can make this even harder. And I might actually stream that.
There's always going to be a way to make it harder.
I mean, have you ever done like YouTube streaming?
No, I've never. I've streamed to Twitch like once, but I've not made it like a
I was thinking I'd either do a stream on YouTube or Twitch.
Now I will say Twitch will probably be easier because OBS right there. You see start streaming. If you were to hit that button right now, it would probably start streaming on my Twitch account. I don't have to.
Cool. Okay.
Because
and that's what I'm going to do my run. No matter how many tries it takes, I'm gonna keep going. Now I'm sure after like 18 hours, I might need some sleep if I haven't succeeded by then. But nevertheless, I like Fina's, you saved me face again.
Oh!
And you know what? Again...
What is with the freaking Gilder's face?
I know. He's retarded. But I have to put this observation in. Again, this is something I can't help. It's a personal thing, I know, that makes Skies of Arcadia and its main characters so much cooler than just about any other RPG. Aika's not over here when Vice is like, Fina, are you okay? And she's like, you saved me, thank you. They're getting a little sweet. Aika's not over here going, I want his dick!
Yeah, she actually got a look of endearment on her face.
Yeah, she's like, I'm glad because Fina's my friend. I'm glad we saved her.
And even look at Gilder. He's trying to, like, provoke that emotion.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Did he say something?
Yeah, he's like, doesn't that just really ruffle your feathers to see Vice being all...
Oh, and see, look. Once again, Aika being totally reasonable, not being a stupid catty slut. I don't need to hear Vice say it to me, because I know he'd do the same thing. Because this isn't about dick lust.
Lust.
Delust? Is that what I said? Sorry.
No, that's what I said.
I kind of spat it out.
No, that was me.
Okay.
I was combining it.
Aika's not worried about whether she's going to get Vice's dick or not. In this scene. She's not using this moment to worry about that kind of crap. That is something that kept the worst example of this because it feels like the biggest letdown.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one thing that kept Rebecca from probably being one of my favorite, if not my very favorite, Wild Arms heroine. And one thing I've always loved about the Wild Arms series is I like all of its heroines, more or less, except Rebecca. Because Rebecca spends her whole time throughout Wild Arms 5 Like, if ever, you know, Dean rescues, and Dean is a dork anyway. Again, this is like one of those things. Why do you
Isn't
have
that the shovel pogo? Dude?
Yeah, why do you have two girls fighting over this dweeb? What is so? Avril couldn't care less, but it's implied that, you know, she loves him. But she doesn't like, you know, she doesn't like. Rebecca is the only one making this into like a love triangle where she got to fight Avril over it. She spends the whole game crying about that, about how Dean's not paying enough attention to her, and so on and so forth. She's always the one doing the monologues. Like, you know, after a lot of the dungeons, if not pretty much every single one, before and after scenes, whatever, she's always the only one doing the monologues. Like she's writing in her diary, and over half the time, it's always about Dean. I'm like, shut up! Because in all other ways, she's a really good heroine. Like that you know, just that strong female protagonist type.
Right.
And that is the only thing that keeps me from liking her.
I don't blame you.
It is a huge...
It's a turn off. Actually, it's probably
like
a turn on for some people.
And I think honestly, like, just thinking about it offhand, I try to run through them. Cecilia, she's definitely she's one of my favorite heroines of all time in terms of like being a genuinely good character. Yeah, I don't want to go this soon on the fortress. Thank you, Gilder. Wild Arms 2. I don't know the game that well because I've never even beat it completely on my own. But Lucas like more of the, you know, the cutesy klutzy type instead of like, you know, genuinely good, strong. But you know, she's cool. I don't take issue with that. Cannon was pretty cool, wasn't she?
Yeah, Cannon was cool.
And the vampire girl. Didn't you have like a vampire chick? Marina?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm like picturing her face.
It's been a very long time since I've played Wild Arms 2.
Wild Arms 3, you got Virginia Maxwell. She's definitely awesome.
Wasn't she like Super Country Bumpkin?
Yeah, and still awesome.
That is a big turnoff to me. You can put your hand up in my face like, you go away with that mess, but I'm sorry, that is a hang up I cannot get over. I do not like the Southern Belle.
Well, Southern Belle doesn't necessarily equal country.
Well, I mean...
She's not like a... If she was actually displaying like all the annoying hick traits, yeah, it'd be a different story. But she just happened to grow up in a small town in backwoods. So that's that by itself. Okay. If it bothers you, okay. We're talking about opinions here.
It looks like a hick.
But she...
Smells like a hick. Probably a hick.
She, you know... But we're talking about the heroines I like. I'm running through all of them. Wild Arms 4, Yuli, Raquel, also awesome. Wild Arms 5, Avril is also one of my absolute favorites. The best character in the entire party, actually, in Wild Arms 5. Carol, she's got the cutesy girl thing going on. I like that too. So Rebecca is the last one. I've ran through all of them. I like them at least a little bit. They're at least more good than bad, if not awesome. And Rebecca is the only one who fails because
I'm sure she's crushed.
Just wait, you know, considering she's fictional and everything. But I just another reason why I dote so much on Fina and Aika, because they're missing this one trait that I find so obnoxious about so many girls, playable female protagonists in RPGs. I'm like,
that wasn't so bad.
This dude isn't even cool anyway. Why are you You know, what's weird is, I'm trying to think here. Alex and Hero from Lunar. I know you and somebody else, or maybe it was just you. But back in the day, y'all used to be like, man, SK and his main character problem.
Yep.
If it's a guy, he hates him.
Yep.
I'm sorry. It so happens that most of them, I don't like them. It's not because they're guys. I'm not trying to make this into a, hey, how come girls don't get me, like, trying to white knight for the lady. It's not like that. Okay. I want to make sure that's not what the reason y'all were saying it. Okay. No, Alex and Hero, both Lunar games, a big plus, because again, it makes them stand out because it's such a rarity to me in RPGs overall. They're both awesome.
They are. I do like.
And yet, in those two RPGs, they don't have two girls fighting over. If you're gonna have that trope, Ruby does not. Well, okay,
Ruby
if you can,
does,
which is disgusting,
right?
I mean, yeah, that's just gross.
Not for the furries. They love it.
Yeah. Okay, well let's just say Alex. Of all times, you're not gonna have that trope because at least Alex is cool.
Yeah.
At least if I were a chick, I'd like him. I'd go gay for Alex.
Close your eyes or I'm gonna scratch them out of your face.
That was Hero though.
Yeah, that was from 2.
So I think Fina gave us the key to the store or something. I don't know. It was locked before and we had a major scene, so now I'm going over here to try it again. Why are we always getting guys in the back? Like, how are we catching them off guard? They should be, like, actively searching the place for me. Are they just stupid? Don't answer that.
Moves, give me strength.
He's like, okay. Can you name an RPG where you got the two girls fighting over the main character guy? Because, I don't know, I guess being the main character is sexy no matter how bad his personality is. Can you think of an RPG where two girls are fighting over the same guy and you actually like him? You think he's cool?
Give me strength.
Throw me out some examples.
Tales of Destiny 2, I know. None of us like, Emilio? That's Emil. Emil.
Yeah, Emil, no.
And sorry.
That's one of the worst. That was one of the worst protagonists in all of RPG history.
Dude, I'm totally with you on that.
You didn't even get to see it get bad. You were there before it got bad.
Yeah, we only played through like the first 3 hours of the game. You know what? I should make you finish that.
Screw that! No, I've already experienced it.
No, at that time you were like, dude, you need to see how bad this is, and you acted like we were gonna go through the whole game.
Yeah, well, I think you lost interest, which I don't blame you.
Okay, well, if I did, I guess I can't make you. I haven't been paying attention to HP. Sorry, Ika. My bad.
I mean, she's doing just as much use when she's alive.
I hate that stupid coffin icon. It's like the skull icon. Shouldn't that be the HP hit 0 icon? But no, it's for poison. I mean, I get, like, you know, skull and crossbones for poison, but nevertheless...
Usually it's like a green vial.
It also works for death.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Emil is
bad.
off.
Final Fantasy VII, you don't like Cloud, do you?
I don't have a problem with Cloud.
You tend to agree with me when I bitch about him.
Yeah, well, no, because your complaints are legitimate, and they just don't affect me to the same level.
Oh, okay,
as you do.
okay.
Squall, I actually don't like. If we're going by Final Fantasy standards.
Okay. Final Fantasy IX. Got it there too.
That is
freaking Zidane. I'm sorry. I cannot stand a guy who talks out his ass. I can't. Oh, we have a seed here we could have been using for a long time. I don't know who's the slowest, so I'm just gonna assume it's Gilder because he's a man. I turned that into something sexist.
You can't say that these days. Blah blah blah. Is this still 2019? Blah, 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 blah.
Wait, 2019?
Yeah, that's what people say. It's like, is it really 2019 and we're still saying shit like that?
Oh.
Because you're not woke, SK. You need to be more woke.
I was being sexist against men, though.
Doesn't matter. Actually, no. There would be people that would defend that.
Are these gonna meld?
I mean, if you let them, probably.
Well, they're a different color than the. I think they are.
I think that if you let them, they will. How many do they need?
Well,
5?
they're still called Destroyer, so I guess... No, I think it was just 4.
That was scary.
What?
The game froze.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Fire consume my enemy.
And wow, they have only about 300 HP.
Oh, I
I'm
was
sorry,
actually
like,
gonna kill something.
They have the robots. They're not human. Why would this...
Nope, no, she's not.
Well, at least maybe Fina will be able to finish one off with her weak weapon.
Well, at least it's more than 18, Aika. Let's run up point blank.
Seriously, I don't know why he has to do that.
Make sure he doesn't miss.
That was easy.
Yeah, I don't think we've had an opportunity for new weapons and armor in a really long time. Now that I think about it.
By the way, you got 234 experience for that fight, so that 750 was actually pretty good.
Okay. Oh!
Nice.
Whoa!
Nice.
I figured out the pattern it was going in at the last second. Oh, there's a chest up here.
Oh!
Oh,
Hey.
and they're still gonna have random. Oh no, maybe this is a guy
Nick?
guarding a chest. That Zivelin Bane guy. Yeah, here he is. I actually need to be careful with him. So, I need to. I've completely run out of healing items. I need to defend with her and get spirit going so I can keep up with Sacrum. I'll just have Vice do all the damage.
I mean, that seems to be like a viable option.
I don't know why, but that one backhanded sword attack he does, I think like on his third hit in the combo there, just kind of seems particularly painful for some reason to me.
Thanks, Aika. You're helping.
That was like a running joke in Married with Children, speaking of. It's like, thank your father, kids, every time Al does something stupid. Thanks, Dad. So I was thinking, thanks, Aika.
Yeah.
Shoot, just gonna keep defending. So I can do me some Sacrum. Of course, if I keep doing Cutlass Fury every turn, I'm gonna keep taking the spirit points back down to... Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
Yeah, and that was defending. I don't know if defense really did, since she didn't do the animation. Oh well, I think Fina has Rise of Limb already, doesn't she?
No, I think it's
So if
just
we-
the first level, so it has a chance to miss.
As in a very good chance to miss. It misses most of the time, remember?
Yep.
It says it has a 50% chance, and I'm serious, dude.
bullshit.
It's more like 90%. If it were actually 50%, yes, it would be worth it.
Reviving and healing that can miss. In fact, spells that can just straight up miss. Fuck that.
Nope, she got Rise of Limb, and it only costs 8 spirit points? That is guaranteed full HP.
Revive. For 8 spirit points.
Shoot, yeah. I am going for it. Well,
That would've been funny if
Fina
she
done
died.
Yeah. Yeah, we can skip that.
One more and he's dead anyways.
Move! Give me strength!
Yeah!
Yeah!
And you win.
Not before he gets one last burst in.
And she died.
And now she's not going to get the experience.
Good night.
You know, I think Zivelin knew
Yeah,
he was
did.
not going to win, so he's just like, this is just how I'm going to annoy you. I'm going
Yep.
to get one last... Like a cockroach.
Yeah.
We won! We won!
Happy face.
As Aika's dead corpse, or Fina's dead corpse, lay at your feet.
Yeah. Wait, I don't remember. Did we get experience anyway?
She did not know.
Okay, just making sure I didn't miss something there. Unholy Dagger. What is this about? Of course, why don't we actually try looking in weapons and we'll be able to find out. Oh, it's not in weapons.
What is it? Is it an
Maybe
accessory?
it's... Yeah.
No. Unholy dagger?
Is it a treasure I can sell? Something like that?
Where the hell is it? Sure it was unholy? There it is.
Okay.
That's a sellable treasure.
Okay, cool. I'll go with that.
Just some money.
I have no idea what Will does, so I'm just gonna distribute it. There's my frickin' healing items. Just for some reason, they weren't on the first... I guess this is completely unorganized, and I have no idea how to actually organize your item list, so whatever. Ika needs that, and yeah, everybody's good on magic. Needs to do her some sacrum.
Just 2 MP, and the entire party is completely full.
Yep. Oh!
Everybody could have had 1 HP.
Oh! I was like, where'd it go?
That was good.
That's just one guy. That's weird.
Here goes!
I's probably gonna get him before he can call anybody. What are you doing, dude?
Over there!
Wow.
You're probably gonna get like, what, 50 experience for that?
We did it!
I like her twirl around victory lap.
59. You were very, very close. Attorney.
Yeah, sucks.
That'll come in usefulness, helpfulness.
There's a treasure down there. I don't care.
No.
And you know what? Speaking of which, you know, we're about to leave this place completely. In fact, I think we're about to come upon the scene where we actually get a new ship.
Ba-ba-ba!
Thanks to, well, you'll see who it is in the next LP. Bye.